Yeah, so what you see here is just what I was speaking about earlier about Esau, wanting to put his stamp on you, And Esau, he wants to control the world, claim the citizens of the world as his private property, as his own property. And that's what they're going to use that chip for, man. That's what they're going to use, the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, to have you totally in his control, all right? Have you totally subjugated. And, you bowing down and worshiping him as your deity, as your God, man. So this is, what took place during the transatlantic slave trade, all right, during those times. So it says marking the rightless, and you could also, synonymously compare the rightless, all right, with the righteous, which would be you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You were enslaved by this devil, and he was branding you, as what you see here during those times. So it says branding of a naked, enslaved woman in Africa. And we know the transatlantic slave trade, okay, who they were transporting, sailing off, was the southern and northern kingdom. Okay, they took you so-called blacks, some northern Jakes were in the land, as Apostle Tahar went into, but it was primarily Judah, Benjamin, and Levi that were on the west coast of Africa. And what you see here is there's the shore, what you see there is the shore and a slave ship, okay, which even the elder Yashawamba of Dallas, Texas, the GMS Dallas camp, he did a video or posted a video of an article that listed, a lot of the known slave ships, and there had to have been at least anywhere from 10 to 50,000 slave ships, man, showing you there had to be a lot of Jakes, okay, showing you there had to be a lot of Israelites, so it says right here, the origin may be the ancient treatment of a slave as livestock, branding you, like you do cattle. And what do the elites call everybody? They call everybody goyim. If you're not an elite, you're goyim to them. And what goyim means, it means cattle. Okay, according to their Yiddish. All right, here's another image, more and more branding. Okay, so they would brand fugitives, which another word that you could describe a bondman, but a fugitive meant somebody trying to flee from crime, punishment of crime, or also somebody fleeing persecution, man, which would be so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. All right, so back in Isaiah 14, verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that is him, trying to be like the Heavenly Father, having total control over the populace by installing that mark, that chip. Because with the chip, it's not only going to be for buying and selling. It's going to be for total control, tracking you everything, man. This is Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't want to be you don't want to be a slave, you don't want him to rule over you, well, he's going to seek to take your life. He's going to say, well, you know what, you're not fit to live in my kingdom if you don't reverence me as your king, as your God. Okay? Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So he's going to want you to take that chip. Okay? He's going to say, hey, if you want to go to the hospital within my society, you need that chip. You want to drive your car? Well, guess what? We're doing away with cards. Everything's going to be digitalized in that chip. Your bank account, okay, your home loan, the will of your the deed of your home, everything. Your will when your grandparent passes away. All that identification, all these programs, all your money, your medical information, all that's going to be on that chip, and he's going to be able to track you wherever you go. He's going to deny you access from certain places. Like Aaron Russo said that one of the Rockefellers told him that if they want to deny you access, or if they see you as rebellious or not fit for their kingdom after you're chipped, well, they could just shut off your chip. They could just block your chip from receiving and sending signals, And this is just a quick lesson, I had to make it in 2 parts because, Satan interrupted me. But yeah, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Harakak. Double honors to our apostles and elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect.